Hey everybody, welcome to COURTSIDE. This is Coach Nat Harris. I'm really excited right now for two reasons. One is that I'm at an old stomping ground, Purchase College. Plus, I'm with my old friend, Steve Binder, the director and founder of the BinderHoops Premier Showcase. And guess what? There's really no other showcase like it of its kind. It's been around 29 years. That is unbelievable, Coach. Steve, welcome to COURTSIDE, man.
It's be here, Coach.
I
Thanks for
love
having
it.
me.
Yeah, listen. For the audience out here, it goes from high school all the way up to pro. Give the audience a little bit of your background, and I know you played ball yourself, so how has that led to actually you having this great successful showcase that you have now?
Sure, Coach. I think I'll start at the very beginning is I'm a basketball enthusiast. I just love the game. I grew up playing it here in Westchester, played all the way through college. I actually have two daughters
Yep.
through the circuit who also played in college.
Yeah.
And the whole reason behind the showcase, where my effort is a little bit different, I do this really to help kids and college coaches. This is not a business venture. It's really set up to help kids be able to use basketball to go on to the college level and to get an education. So, as you mentioned, Coach, this is 29 years ago, so 30th year doing this. You coached at the very beginning of it for a long time.
Yeah.
You've come as a college coach,
Yeah,
so you know it all too well.
Yeah, crazy.
So the whole idea is to really help the small school kind of player. A blue chip, the Division I kind of player will get recognition, especially today's social media will get looked at. But a Division II, Division III kid, are they getting the right looks? So I kind of developed this showcase with the idea of helping the kid who might play at a Purchase College or a SUNY Geneseo or Amherst or Hunter College and many more. So the whole idea is they don't get enough exposure to have the opportunities to go on and play in college. So that's what BinderHoops is all about and what the 30 years has been.
And I always thought that was a wonderful idea because, like you said, the player that's of higher status, so to speak, the coaches are going to come after them and what have you. But for the normal, regular player who has to market themselves, for me, being directly involved and now to the side looking in and from the friendship and also just from the professionalism, this is such a wonderful site, such a wonderful event. I think, I was talking to your wife earlier, I think it's the kind of a thing where the players themselves, years later, they kind of reflect and go back. Maybe they actually come back, maybe as a coach or as a parent even.
Sure.
In 29 years, a lot has happened in 29 years, man. Tell a little bit more about the types of players that you found come to the BinderHoops thing.
That's a great question, Coach. Here's the beauty of it, right? Most of the kids who walk through these doors every year, which we take 100 players every session, really aren't being recruited already.
Right.
And as I speak around the topic of college sports recruiting, as you know, I have my book out.
Yeah.
And as I tell people, it's not about exposure, it's about getting the right exposure. Are you playing at the right level, and are you being seen enough at the right event? So for example, at my event here, we only take 100 kids. All the playing is in one gym on 3 courts.
Right.
So you're going to get the exposure. So the college coaches don't go from site to site or gym to gym. They're all sitting inside right now as we talk, Coach, evaluating all these hundreds of kids. So you're going to get maximum exposure for your time on the floor. And the coaches love it for that very same reason. So when you take a look at that kid who really needs the right exposure, which is really what I provide, good things can happen for them. So I'm really helping the kid where a high school coach will come up to me and say, Coach, well, let you know, my kid wasn't being recruited at all. He wasn't planning to go to college, but he got a full financial aid package by attending your showcase to go to Springfield College to be a phys ed major. Or you have kids who weren't being recruited at all, who wanted to go to college and say, hey, listen, but I got some looks by MIT or Bard College, whatever they may be. And today alone, Coach, we have 100 kids inside right now. And we have over 75 colleges here that are watching these kids. So you've been a coach a long time, and I've been at this a long time. I don't know where 100 kids are in one gym where 75 coaches are looking at them. Some AAU tournaments don't get them, of course, in the weekend.
Exactly.
So it's really about benefiting that cause for them, and the college coach benefits because the same organizational process is they can just park themselves on those 3 courts and watch all this talent.
I'm just taking it all in, even though I know the answers. Is there a direction that you still want to go? I mean, you look back now and you're going, okay, is it not so much a site, but is there something that you feel you still can do that the Premier Showcase can even be more premier? That's possible.
Yeah. So I actually called a couple weeks ago one of the big sneaker companies who wanted to buy it. And do some things on a bigger scale, but I said, listen, it's not for sale. This is kind of what I do. As you know, I do this with family and friends,
that's right.
and I literally do it with my family.
That's right.
But here's the whole idea of what I think is to make it bigger. And I've written down my second book on college sports recruiting. The biggest thing that I'll advocate here, as well as to potential college athletes, is you got to recruit yourself. You said something a moment ago, Coach, that to amplify is marketing yourself. You've got to be able to be proactive. Outside of that really blue chip kid, and I can make the argument they should reach out as well, but especially for that lower D1, D2, or D3 kid, you've got to be an owner advocate. So really to kind of make it bigger, not necessarily the showcase per se, but being able to make the message clear. So you know what, if you want to go play college basketball, you've got to go get it. Right? So put together your player profiles. What is that, Coach, really? That's really a resume, right?
That's right.
I'm going to write a note to Coach Harris when you were at Pace and other places. Well, what's really what that is? That's a cover letter, right?
Exactly.
So some of the life skills you're teaching the kids now is really kind of what I'm about with my second book. And I talk all over the country at different high schools. People can see more at StephenFBinder.com.
That's what I want. I was just going to ask you, finish your sentence then.
And it's the opportunity to be able to have the information and the skills. And if you have the drive to be a better player, take that same type of drive and say, you know what, I'm going to recruit myself to these colleges.
Are you listening?
And I will tell you, most college coaches, even at the big time level, they don't recruit all their players. They'll go after the spots that they need. They might offer scholarships or financial aid, but there are either walk-ons or kids say, you know what, I got to X college or Y university because I reached out first. So it's all about being persistent, having some information, and building a plan. So that's to really answer your question, how I make it bigger, having kids understand and parents. So you know what, you want it, you got to go get it.
Okay, what I want you to do now, give the audience here the name of your books and how they can reach you.
Sure. So the name of my book is called Your Recruiting Playbook, Maximize Your Opportunities to Play College Sports. And the website is my name, so it's Stephen, S-T-E-V-E-N, middle initial F, Binder, B-I-N-D-E-R.com. So StephenFBinder.com. And there's recruiting videos on there, there's all sorts of recruiting tips, there's player profiles, there's all sorts of free information. Certainly if you want to buy the book, it's not expensive, you can online. But the website is all about giving you the tools and the information that we're talking about here, free of cost, to say, how do I go do this?
There you go.
And so my contact information is there as well.
And last but not least, I want to give Marshall Reef some props too, because he's been your guy from the jump. And talk a little bit about Marshall.
Sure.
He's not some ordinary guy that that you can have. I mean, to have a guy like that to be with you this long a time speaks a lot about you. Speaks a lot about the showcase. Speaks a lot about him being a loyal guy. So just give the audience a little bit about him.
Sure. Well, Marshall, and you remember coaching against him, right?
Oh, big time.
So Marshall's one of the most successful coaches in the history of Westchester High School basketball, from Mount Vernon, Tuckahoe, which certainly was appealing, but more appealing for me was, and the funny part is, I played at Scarsdale back, as you know, in the late 70s, early 80s, and Marshall was the assistant at Mount Vernon at the time. So him and I go way back, even though obviously I didn't know him very well then. But it's the type of thing that Marshall is after the same mission of helping kids that I
Exactly. Always
and
has
as you
been.
know, Nat,
Always
yourself,
has been.
and Marshall, there's 4 or 5 truly great basketball coaches over the last 20, 30 years. Like yourself, that really understand it's about helping the kids, and that's what Marshall and I shared together.
So evident, man. So evident, David.
We've drawn a close connection. He trained the girls years ago, a little bit here and there, and so he's after what I'm after. How can we help young people?
As a matter of fact, you just reminded me about something that I would have been upset if I didn't ask you. What is it about the girl? I know at one section of time there were girls as part of the showcase, and then it kind of faded away and what have you. People have actually asked me, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not certain of the answer about what happened with the girls where they weren't a part of it. So give the audience there.
Sure.
You know, maybe some girls watching, a parent of a girl that's up and coming. You know, what happened with that?
Sure. Listen, I'm an advocate for boys. I'm even more of an advocate for girls. Having 2 daughters, you can appreciate this. Who played high school and college basketball. It came down to time and resources.
Okay.
Right now, as you know, I don't do this for money.
Right.
But this is a year-long project. Really getting intensified 6 months out when it is.
Yeah.
So it's just more of dividing my time between my career and my family.
Okay.
And when we had the girl showcases, they were successful.
They were crazy
successful. I couldn't
successful.
handle doing both.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's all.
Okay. And so
who knows? Maybe we'll start again.
It's some coach out there. Even if you have the idea about maybe like, okay, I need to have some of these girls profiled also. That whose radar is not that keen. Give him a call. He got the book out. He got the website. Give him a call. Maybe he can give you a few pointers on what to do.
Yeah, happy to.
Okay? So like I always say, it doesn't matter what basketball arena you go to, whether it's outside or inside, there's no better spot than right here on courtside. Coach, I want to thank you so much for that, man. All right?